Hi, my loves, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica. This is Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. I am a psychic medium, oracle, prophetess. So what that means is I use the cards for visual and to connect, but they're not needed to read. So welcome, my loves. We are a high vibe tribe. Those of you guys returning, welcome back. You guys have seen the title, so you already know why you're here. If this video found you, then it was meant to find you in your journey at this time. It doesn't matter when you find it, right? So if you have been with me, then you guys already know that like I get my messages and I receive downloads and insight and messages and prophecies and things of that nature, right? Visions, all of that. I get it from nature, everything. So I was outside, and these are my downloads just from today, like just in the last 20 minutes of what I received and what I was writing down. So there's no way I can tap into all of this in one message. It's multiple messages, but there's just so much coming through right now, you guys. With this January energy, we have Mars going direct. We have, the full moon that we just recently had. It was the first full moon of the 2023 year, which today is January 10th, 2023. So let's break down the number of that. Okay, so we've got the 1 and the 1, which is the 2, and then the 2, 0, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 4, 6. All right. So today's date actually breaks down to a 9. So it's all about closure, just kind of coming to what I'm getting is kind of just allowing yourself to come to terms with the things that have not worked out for you, or the things that went astray or didn't go your way, or the job you didn't get, or the person that you thought was going to be the one and they dipped out, right? Or whatever. All of these, maybe you lost someone very near and dear to you, they transitioned out. All of these things are things that are completely out of your control, and the fact that we give so much energy to it is draining, and it's not in our highest good at all, which sometimes that's something that really sucks us in, and it really throws us off of our tracks, right? So this is a time of and especially today, it being a 9, right? Allow yourself to go within, at least just for a few minutes, right? We all have a very busy schedule and lives and families and children and work and duties, and right? But we have to connect because we are souls having a human experience. The problem with that is that so many of us, right? I mean, I'm not in that category, but we absolutely do get sucked into it, right? Where we allow the physical 3D humanistic stuff to disconnect us from our soul. And that is where shit just gets crazy, okay? Because we are not meant to be disconnected from our soul. We're meant to be completely in alignment with our soul, right? So today, the very first message that I received is the crown connection. Okay, so I put crown connection. Some are activating their crown. Their crowns are being activated for the very first time, okay? So you might be out and about, and people are not just out and about, but what I mean is you're going to be going through your daily lives, and people are going to start, because you guys are already on your path and in your awakening and in ascending and all that. People are going to start being drawn to you specifically for guidance and assistance. I just talked about this yesterday, I think, in one of my readings, about the student is becoming the teacher at this time. And so many of you guys, teachers, you're becoming more of a guru. You guys are actually at this guru type level, and people are going to be viewing you as that. But as people are starting to activate, and their crowns activate at this time, or activate more, or whatever it is, people are going to start coming to you, okay, for guidance. I put crown clearing and meditation. So definitely, send light to your crown chakra energy. You guys are receiving so much that it's a lot, right? So it's important to keep that clear and to, throw protection around it, especially how activated it is right now. All the things, right? So anyways, pay attention to daydreams. This is a very daydreamy energy at this time. Some of you guys might be feeling you can't wake up, literally lucid dreaming, walking around you're half asleep still, feeling how did I get here to here? I just drove all the way home from work, but I don't remember it at all. Where was I? It's like that, okay? So you're some of you guys could be actually losing time right now, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, an hour here. I'm not even kidding you. Shit is starting to speed up, and it's these old paradigms and timelines are just dropping. So you guys could be actually losing literal time because of these new timelines intercepting and coming in, okay? So pay attention to your daydreams. Everything could feel very unreal or surreal is what I put. Places, thoughts, and beings. So you could be actually connecting to very intricate, high vibrational, or just different dimensional places, timelines. You could be seeing interdimensional like beings, connecting with them. Definitely like the angels, the angelics, your own guides, things of that nature. But this is like, for me, it's like very intense at this time, okay? So just know that like you're not insane. It's like happening from what I'm seeing on like a collective scale, right? And this isn't going to be for every single person who watches this, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be for the majority of you guys, as you know, all the energy in my messages are. So then I got the energy of preparedness, and preparation. So the energies that came forward to me as a collective group about this preparedness, it's time to prepare, be prepared. We've been preparing you, get prepared. It's like all of that, right? This is Mary Magdalene. This is White Buffalo Woman. And specifically, she came forward as, you know, she holds the Chanupa peace pipe of the Native American, you know, cultures. And she's the peacemaker. She brings forth peace and balance and so many other things as this beautiful ascended master being. And she's quite a newer ascended master, as, you know, she's only, I don't know, I want to say hundreds of years old, as opposed to like, you know, Green Tara or Hathor, who, you know, Hathor, like, it's like, you know, walked the earth like 300,000 years ago or something like that, right? So she's a much newer ascended master, and I feel like she came through very powerfully because so many of you guys are mastering your ascension at this time. And for some of you guys, you know, you're newer souls, or you're just newer at this, or maybe you feel like you're just new on your ascension journey. Maybe you feel like you're in this like place where it's very confusing and you don't really know what's kind of what to believe, what not to believe, all of that. So she's letting you know, like, hey, you know, like, I know how you feel. All of these ascended beings do, because they were all human, right? They all walk the earth just as we did. They had to go through all of their lessons and karma and all the things just as we did. So they have a lot of empathy in regards to what we go through here in our human journey on earth, right? In our ascension and everything. So anyways, White Buffalo Woman, and I literally put peacemaker. So there could be this need for some of you guys. Also, there's going to be people connected to you that are going to have this like inner need, okay, because of the ascension that's taken place and the enlightenment that's taken place, and the heart connection and just everything connecting back to God within self and all of that, right? People are going to start feeling like they need to, you know, like make amends for certain things, or come forward and talk, or whatever it is, okay? So forgiveness, empathy, compassion, and the stepping into the role of peacemaker, okay? So what this message is also about from these ascended ones, which is Mary Magdalene, White Buffalo Woman, Archangel Chamuel came forward, Marilyn Monroe, Aphrodite, Kuan Yin, Joan of Arc, and Jesus of Nazareth, okay? And for some reason, when Jesus came through, that was the first time that he came through, and it came through as that for me, where I heard him, it came through as Jesus of Nazareth. So it was very specific that I put that here, Jesus of Nazareth, instead of just Yeshua or Jesus or whatever. So I don't know why, but probably because more people will connect to him in that regard. I don't know. So for this preparation, and with all these ascended beings coming forward and talking about this, what it is, it's talking about prepare for the future at this time. You've been preparing, but this is a time, a very important, sacred, potent time to prepare for what's to come, the future, all of that, okay? So taking what you already know, where you're at, you know, everything, and starting to really create a vision, maybe a vision board even, of where it is that you see your life in the next like 2 to 5 years, at least up to the next 5 years. What do you want? Where do you envision yourself living? What do you envision yourself being, doing, wearing, everything? What's the climate like where you're at? Like all of it. So they're really letting you know, and they're letting you know it's time to start preparing and thinking, okay? And this is just on a collective level at a global scale. Grounding. Okay, so I put grounding your energy in all of this into a place where you can stay for a while. But if you have to move, but if you must move, then you must. Pilgrimage is a huge word that keeps coming up to me. So there's going to be a lot of pilgrimage. You're going to see a lot of people relocating, a lot of people moving. There's people that intuitively know, and you guys are going to be a part of this collective. Some of you guys, you know that it's time. You don't know why, or maybe you don't know what, or maybe it's because of everything you see going on in the world, or maybe it's just your own enlightenment and ascension, mixture of everything. I don't know, right? But there's this internal inner knowing of, I've got to get all my ducks in a row. I've got to find myself a home. I've got to find myself a piece of land. I've got to settle. I've got to lay down some roots. I've got to, prepare. I've got to, can food. I've got to do all this stuff. So there's something about preparing for family, for your home, for the future, and grounding, really rooting, grounding into a place that you feel is very safe and sacred, okay? Whatever that means for you. And then I put becoming increasingly close to a state of oneness. So what that means is like our on a global scale, so many of us are in this frequency, and it's like a frequency where we're at in a lot of ways. Everyone's going to be different, but we're at like different levels, but it's creating this, like what I'm getting is like it's kind of like like an overall energy, like an overall frequency, right? Of where we're all at is creating one level of kind of frequency, and it's creating this beautiful state of oneness. So everything's lifting very quickly, meaning like our hearts are aligning, our all of our chakras are aligning together, our energy fields are aligning, like we're starting to really balance things out, and it's this beautiful movement, momentum, loving feeling, and it's really assisting in where we're all going. So brava. Okay, so let me just, before I keep going, like, because we're already 11 minutes in and I haven't even pulled one card, I felt very called, oh wait, I was going to start with this deck because this deck has some deities. Look at this, Isis is showing up, and then Inanna, believe in yourself. So this is them letting you know, like, this is a time to believe in yourself. Like, do not think, that you are incompetent, or don't think that you can't be capable of achieving certain things that you set your mind to. This second part of my channeling on this side is very powerful in the way that it starts with 10th to 12th dimension energies. So for a lot of you guys, what I'm picking up on, including myself, is we have, as a collective, a lot of us, we are tapping in, but we are in the 10th to 12th dimension at this time in a very big way, okay? We're also receiving a lot of assistance, is what I put here, from these dimensions, these very high dimensions, okay? So Kuan Yin showing up. Kindness and nurturing. Yep, absolutely. So what this message is, like an underlying, like a big like message of these downloads, is the fact that what we're moving into as a collective at this time is very powerful. Okay, there's a lot of self-awareness happening. There's a lot of awakening happening. There's a lot of movement happening. As I'm talking about all of this, like consciousness, expand your consciousness, goddess Aditi. And I specifically wrote down on here Kuan Yin, Aphrodite. We got Kuan Yin, and now there's Aphrodite, eternal love. So tapping into that eternal love that we all have access to, that infinite love that we all have access to, that infinite energy, infinite abundance that we all have access to. There is no competition. There is no lack. There's more for Erica and less for me. Nope. There's enough for everyone. Right? Right. Okay. So quite literally, I put here on this page, men of the brotherhood are starting to step forward in a very big way. And that's like what's connected for me to that Jesus of Nazareth also. But also like Archangel Chamuel, and of course, Archangel Michael, Metatron, Raphael, Gabriel, like they're all stepping up and assisting in a big way with these masculines. But these masculines who are awakening, they're stepping to the forefront of a warrior energy for the collective. Like they want to literally go, it's like we're already in a spiritual warfare, but it's like they're ready to fight with love, okay? So, and feminines, you guys have guided these masculines in a very big way. And their inner feminine is guiding them in a very big way at this time as well, okay? So keep healing those feminine energies. Keep, you know, following those feminine energies. These masculines are really stepping up, and what I'm getting is, you know, the ascended beings and you know, everyone, they're guiding very high vibrational feminines and masculines into union at this time because of the light frequency that you guys are going to ground into the earth grid, okay, and emanate out. All right, it's very powerful and it's very much needed here. Okay, I put the darkness on earth has been exposed, and we are here to assist in this as well as guide the human collective into the new earth. Consider how lucky you are to be incarnated here at this time. Only the highest of the high light warriors have come and will continue to come. Feel into your gratitude about this, okay? So basically what that message is like, we are, like, you know how you always hear like the chosen ones? Like, we are very, 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 very chosen to be here at this time, in this transition, in this new golden age, in this Shambhala, in this new earth paradigm consciousness, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, we are the ones that are gritting it down, anchoring it in. We are the ones completely turning the tide. That's what we're doing here. Just healing ourselves. We are turning the tide of the entire globe's consciousness. That is huge, you guys. That is huge. And when I say consider how lucky you are, I mean really consider how lucky you are. You are a very special light being to be here on earth at this time, assisting in this. And for some of you feminines out there, I put birthing a new world. And then in quotes, I put quite literally, because the messages that I got was, you know, as you move into your divine unions, you know, some of you guys, you know, it's you and your person, you're meant to have children together, because these children are also going to be very, very, very high vibrational, very tapped in light workers, okay? And they're going to change this world and finish what we are already turning and starting, okay? So it's really big. It's really big work. It's changing the whole paradigm, changing the whole lineage, you know, all of that. It is going to take patience. Baba Yaga showing up. But that's what we've been. We've been patient. And now it's like the dice have been rolled. The wheel is rolling. I wrote down here, so a lot of you feminines, you're going to be birthing these babies into life here in this lifetime, okay? New beginnings just came out with Persephone. All right, so let's see what wants to come out right now. Ooh, you guys see that? Are you fucking kidding me? That has never happened, not once. Not once has that ever happened, where it got caught in the little crack here in the desk and it's like upright like that. Aditi, it's expand your consciousness. It's the card that I pointed out earlier in red. See, this is huge. This is huge, huge, huge. See all the purple and like lavendery and like, right? That's definitely third eye and crown chakra energy, okay? Big, like huge connectivity right now with the crown chakra. So when I say like you might be walking around feeling like you're on drugs or like on psychedelics or like you're lucid dreaming, because that's literally like how I've been feeling, I'm not joking. So it's really important to like ground what you're receiving into your body, bring it down, ground it, grit it. You know, like I said, just go stand outside. If it's storming where you live, stand on the concrete somewhere underneath where it's like, you know, I don't know. But it's important to at least just be out. Imhotep, visionary. Okay. Got a lot of like Middle East, Egyptian vibes showing up here. Okay. I put you and only you have the will to change the world. We must lead from love always and never ego. That's what the world has been built upon, is ego and fear. People who obtain power through fear and ego. And the only way to hold on to it is by, you know, is by projecting out fear and ego into the collective, mostly fear, okay? And that's what they've been controlling with, is fear. So what we are stepping into at this time is we are no longer afraid. We have expanded our consciousness, and our vision is completely lit up. See the sun behind him? You cannot make this stuff up in regards to the cards backing up with this whole energy and message has brought forth and said, okay? We must lead from love and always, we must lead from love always and never ego. The old way is dead. It's a time to recreate the wheel. You are the one to do this. And then at the bottom, I put floods, rain, wind, rainbows, and tornadoes. So there's, I saw a rainbow this morning. It was absolutely stunning. It was huge and beautiful, right in the middle of this stormy, overcast, windy, rainy weather. It was just beaming down. And it was like, don't worry, everything is fine. It's all Mother Nature. We're taking care of things. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. So all of this stuff is Mother Nature's way of purging, cleansing, releasing. Everything's coming up. Everything's coming down. It's all of that. So, you guys, I know that sometimes it's not great, right? We can lose electricity, we can lose our homes, we can flood out, right? There could be tornadoes that disrupt, right? But it's always for the highest and greatest good in some way, even though it may not feel like it. Everything happens for us, never to us, right? So, know that your visions, no matter what, are being heavily supported at this time. This is definitely about expanding your visions, reaching for higher bars, setting higher bars for yourself. And again, looking out to the next, I'm going to say 3 to 5 years, because 2 years even feels too close. But, do what feels comfortable and right for you. But this is about, starting to manifest in a big way out in that direction. One more, please. Artemis, a brave spirit. It's time to step into your bravery in a big way. Okay. Again, know that you're very protected. You have what it takes to fight back and lead. But again, we don't fight back from a place of our opinions, our personal ego, and what we think. It has to be in alignment with God's source. And that's how we lead. But this is a time where many will have to be brave. Many will have to be brave, speak their truth, make moves, in life, step out of comfort zones, release relationships, and even, defend yourselves in one way or the next, right? So against the shadow energy and things like that, right? So it's just all of that. It's time to be this powerful spiritual leader in so many ways. And then the butterfly maiden. So there's beautiful change happening here. And then, how I literally said earlier, I was talking about like movement, creating a place, a home, or a space where you feel like it's sacred and safe. Like literally, like one of the very last cards here in your reading is, Nematona. I always get that Nematona. See how she's like hiding out in the shade, but she still has that light all over her. So it's like for me, it's like symbolic of everything I'm talking about. Like you may feel like you're in shadow energy or there's a lot of darkness around, but know that the light shines through and it is within you and it's all around you. Okay? You are, wherever you are, can be a safe space. Absolutely. Okay? Know that you are safe, but it's time to create a safe space for you and your future, all right? And always tell the truth. I just watched a movie yesterday with a friend, and it was The Kingdom of Heaven, and I had never seen it before, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It like takes place right after Jesus's crucifixion, and it's like all about, like the clash of the Muslim and the Christians and all this stuff, right? Like it's just like the old stuff, but it's like very much real as like to what's still happening today in, certain places of the world and Jerusalem and stuff, right? So anyways, and that's what I mean by we are here to break the wheel, you guys. Like this is the kingdom of heaven now. Like this is the kingdom of heaven. And I felt that it was so symbolic to be watching that movie for the very first time, right in the beginning of the year of 2023, with a friend who is also very intelligent and wise and powerful. And even if they don't realize how powerful they are quite yet, right? So they are someone who tells the truth, but it's about, us being truthful and authentic in our own way, okay? And again, leading from this beautiful high vibrational place of love. So I wanted to just kind of get a couple, let's see here, I'm going to get since this is so past lifey, 444 on the timestamp when I look up, this is very much like, you know, all about like, you know, your who you've been and past lives and your ancient energy and like your soul and all that. Let's take a look. Spirituality and religion. There it is. As I'm talking about the kingdom of heaven, what that movie was all about, I have Jesus of Nazareth here. I have so many, this is such a spiritual reading. This is so heavily connected, high vibrational. And the very first card out here from the past life oracle is spirituality and religion, and then bottom of the deck is love life. So just like I said, for a lot of you guys, you're going to be getting you're going to be coming into union with people that you've known from your past lives, like very intense soul connections, you know, soulmates who you've thrived with in past lives, soulmates who, you know, you're meant to conquer this lifetime with, or conquer the world with, or, you know, rise with, or whatever it is. I don't know. You guys definitely help each other though. I do know that. Could be a twin flame. All right. But spirituality and religion, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's just crazy, right? Like, you guys are here. You guys are these spiritual leaders. You're here to show the light, show the way. All right. Create. It's like, you know, kind of in a way for me, it's like not like recreating, but it also is. It's like completely breaking down everything that we've ever known and seen and believed as far as like religion and things of that nature, and taking it into a different direction where everything comes from within. Okay. And it's that inner knowing and consciousness, intuition, and higher consciousness in that regard. Right. So, all right. So love life. So you're going to be receiving a very high vibrational lover, who you share a very spiritual connection with. You guys might even, you know, in the future, you might be, you know, like sharing through a podcast, or even through your own like type of like a church type deal. But it's like where you're speaking the truth of consciousness and light and what it's all about. All right. That's what I'm getting here. Leadership, farm. You could be farmers or live on a farm. Maybe that's what you guys dream of. Okay. This person could be a farmer, but this is past life oracle. So it's like you guys have had like farms with this person. You guys have done all this, but this is exactly what I meant when I talked in my download, that every single card is backing up everything that I channeled with my messages. I said, preparedness. I had a group of deities or ascended masters come forward. Okay. Telling you guys to prepare. Farming is one. Growing your own food, natural water sources. This is everything that I'm talking about. So that you are fully self-sufficient, or at least self-sufficient in some way, right? Okay. And then wisdom. All right. So we're not freaking out, and we're not like overloading from the store. We have to be self-sufficient, you guys, right? That's what this is. Honestly, it's going back to the basics, and that's what I'm getting. As we break the wheel and these old paradigms and what we've been knowing goes away, and all the things, right? Like the new energies and the higher vibrational energies, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be more of a, you know, self-sufficient earth. And you guys, wisdom, you guys have the wisdom within, the spiritual knowledge, the wisdom, the insight to do this. Unicorns are very high vibrational. They're powerful. And again, talking from 10th to 12th dimensional energies, that's the unicorn. Very high vibrational. Your third eye is just blasted wide open. All right. And then forgiveness. Okay. So a lot of forgiveness in this way. That's exactly what I was saying too. Like there could be people coming forward that you need to forgive, or that want forgiveness from you as their consciousness rises. Okay. And they start to see more enlightenment or whatever. But you also forgive yourself, let go of things. That's what I talked about this day today. It breaks down to a 9 as I'm recording this. It's the end of a phase, end of a cycle. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. White doves could be very, you know, synchronistic to you at this time. All right, let me just get a couple oracle cards. So this is what I have for you today, my loves, in this message. I hope that, you know, I thought that I just went through it really quickly. That's why I was like, you know, if I really tap into like each thing I downloaded, like it's going to take forever. But I just kind of ran through it, and the cards backed me up and got my message out. So that's cool. I was excited about that. Thought I was going to have to record multiple messages, but it all just channeled out beautifully. Stay in your heart and stay in your truth at this time. Community. See, I told you, my loves, You guys are meant to lead communities, show the way, be the light. A lot of people in your community they're watching you, learning from you. Okay, they view you as someone who carries a lot of wisdom. Again, you're very enlightened, very spiritual, very high vibrational. They may not know why, but they just trust you. They believe you. They just feel like they can believe what you post, what you share, what you say. Okay? You're showing people the way of forgiveness within your community. How important it is to forgive yourself and others and not carry or harbor anger, pain, or resentment from the past. Beautiful energy, you guys. I mean, I'm so proud of you guys. Like, the kind of messages that I'm starting to receive, not only for like myself, but for the collective that follows me now and will follow me, 333 on the timestamp, throughout all space and time. Like, I'm so honored to like be sharing and on this journey with you guys, because you guys are some baddies. Let me tell you, man or woman, doesn't matter. You guys are badass, right? Community. And like I said, for some of you guys, like, you're meant to be collaborating, or you're going to be sharing a love union with someone where it's like you guys, I don't know, but people in the community look up to you. That's what I get. Or maybe you start a community, some type of like, you know, a community where it's like, you know, you teach people how to be self-sufficient. I don't know. There's just a lot of love coming into your life, okay? That's what I'm getting here too with the community card. It's also like, for me, expansion. Your community, your inner circle is going to be growing. Ooh. Time to go, and then higher powers. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning when I was talking about the preparedness and all of that, like movement, preparing a sacred space, finding a home, like whatever it is. That's what it is. It's time to go. It's time to move on, move forward, away from the past, away from all this hardships and pain. Higher power, trust in the higher powers at this time. This is exactly what is coming through today. 4. I just pointed out that 444, and then we get the 4 here. 45 breaks down to that 9, which is today's date, broken down. And then with the 8 and the 4, you could look at it like 444, right? All right, there and now. Okay, so again, there's something about being present and not allowing yourself to drift away. Like, don't worry about too much of the future, and don't get stuck in the past. It's about being, you know, your I am present, the now moment, the be here in the now, because that's really truly all you have. Okay, and make sure that what you're putting out in each now moment is high vibrational, positive, you know, loving, optimistic, you know, all of that, right? There's no need to worry. 32, it breaks down to a 5. So again, it's like about obstacles and challenges. Some of you guys are really, you know, having a hard time staying in the I am presence, the now moment, and not allowing yourself to go too far in the past or the future. But at this, what I'm saying about like you're manifesting in the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to want to look out to the future, but don't be looking out to the future with fear and worry and doubt. Look out to the future with this present, like I know I don't need to worry. Everything's going to work out. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Say that to yourself over and over and over and over again, right? Abraham Hicks fans out there. All right. Okay, so let me just get, before I wrap this up, a message from the Angel Tarot, because this tarot actually is the angels, and it's very powerful, and there's like actual like messages on it. Okay. All right, so you guys, if this was your message, be sure to claim it as yours. This is my message. I like this video. I subscribe to this channel. And if you are new here, my loves, welcome, welcome, welcome. But again, Mercury's still in retrograde, so it's still messing with me. I forget what I was saying, but anyways, yeah, like, subscribe, all the things. And if you would like to book a personal psychic session with me or a past life Akashic reading, you can find the information down below in the description box. Please give me a few days to get back to you. All right, and here we go. All right, for the collective today, for this beautifully powerful collective, Queen of Wands, I told you, beautifully powerful. That's the Queen of Wands. First, boom, just right out. Beautifully powerful. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is known to be very sexy, very beautiful, very driven, passionate. She's very sexual. She's sensual. Like, everybody wants her. Like, if the Queen of Wands walks into the room, everybody looks at her and everybody is like, who is that? Okay? And it's not just her looks, it's her vibe, okay? It says the Hidden God, card number 4. Oh my God, you guys, look at it. It says divine power. Guards against mental troubles. So for some of you guys, it's a very beautiful energy. Angel Elamaya is helping you to guard, you know, your mind against mental trouble. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, stay out of that. Like, you know, stay in your heart, stay in your heart. You guys always hear me talk about that. Get out of the head, stay in your heart, meaning do not worry. Keep reminding yourself of what you do have. Don't be in a place of lack. I don't have this, I don't have that. This isn't here. I can't afford this. I can't, right? No. Yuck. Ugh. That is all you're going to do is you're telling the universe you want more of that. No. It's time to let that go, okay? Because you guys are moving, you guys are going real high, and you got to release any of that. But you have extreme divine power. You're freaking powerful right now. The Queen of Wands is fire priestess, fire queen. And she came out with Judgment, a very powerful major arcana card. Okay? It's the card right before the world card in the major arcana. Card number 52, atonement of errors. Okay, so you've been atoned. That's what this is. It's like judgment. You've been under judgment, but you've been atoned. You've cleared that. You've cleared the karma. Destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. Okay, so any of you guys, I'm telling you, this was a part of my message yesterday too, I think, in the collective was, or a couple days ago, was that it was like, you guys are very protected, and like, just know it was Kali Ma and Lilith that were coming forward to me, and they were letting me know for myself and others, to let you guys know that, like, you don't need to worry about anything or injustices that are being done or have been done. Like, it's fine. It's being handled. Like, you don't have to lift a finger, obviously, which we shouldn't, but I'm just saying. Atonement of errors destroys the power of your enemies and then humiliates them, okay? So, judgment. Judgment is a clean slate. It's a resurrection. So there could be something coming back to life here. This is just overall for me. It's like the Queen of Wands with Judgment. It's you. It's showing where you're at and how you've been purged through the flame. The Queen of Wands, she was purged the flame. And you've been judged and you've come out back on top. And now it's like this completion energy, and now it's like these new cycles coming in. That's why it's like you need to prepare, you need to focus, have vision, be out of your head, all of that, okay? What just came out? It's the High Priestess. You cannot make this up. High Priestess keeps coming out nonstop along with the Hierophant, because you guys are so freaking high vibed right now. Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. I knew it, yeah. Number 44, angel number 44 showing up. God, the eternal lasting. This is all about your success. And then it says protection from magistrates. So anyone trying to work evil eye or any kind of magic on you, it's going to just reverse back onto them. Like, you're protected. Just letting you know right here, the High Priestess. You are protected against magistrates. But you have success here. So it's like you are very successful. Queen of Wands represents success as well. Your divine power is just like next level. It's massive. It's huge. And that's what this message is. It's like letting you know what you are capable of and what you're meant to be doing and what you're being guided for a lot of you guys to do at this time. Okay. So this is what I have for you guys. I love you guys. I thank you guys again for all of your love and support here on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this message. Mwah. Namaste. Bye, my loves.